Now, 3D presentation platform Jigspace has just completed a $6 million raise as it sets to accelerate its global expansion plans. To tell us more, we're joined by founder and CEO Zach Duff. Zach, thanks for joining us. Now, you have been on the show, but some of our viewers might not know. What does Jigspace do?
So Jigspace is a platform to create and share interactive 3D presentations for anything. So the world we're building is you're able to look at anything and ask, how does that work? How do I fix that? What's that made of? And the answer is immediately available in 3D right there in front of you.
So run us through, you've just raised $6 million. Run us through how that came about and what sort of investors have joined you on the journey.
Yeah, so it was a pretty exciting process. The last year was very interesting for us. So COVID had quite a big impact on our business in a positive way. There was our primary market of our pro users is in durable manufacturing, and their number one sales channel is face-to-face sales. So they had a real problem when they couldn't travel that they needed a solution for, and Jig became a real solution there, and that was fantastic. And not long after that, we were in the Apple keynote, so the iPhone 12 launch, and that was another big moment for us to kind of validate, but also to really kick off this Jig Pro journey that we're on. And we went from there, and there was a bit of interest in investors, and we wanted to open a new round, and then Rampersand came in and led it. We also worked closely with Investable. We had existing investors like Eleanor Ventures and Westcott, the Westcott family office. They joined us, and some new investors like Volpers and Roger Allen. So it was really exciting to pull it together, and it feels like the next chapter of Jig, which is very exciting. We get to expand internationally and really take Jig to our customers.
So in that international expansion, are there particular markets that you're looking to first? I imagine the US is probably a big portion of that, but are there any other markets that you're looking at?
So yeah, US is the primary market for us. That's where a lot of our customers are. Also, Europe is a big one. There's a lot of manufacturing, particularly in Central Europe. But they're the two primary markets that we're looking at, and we're hiring in those markets right now.
Now, run us through as well the platform itself. Obviously, is it, we were seeing some footage there earlier of the 3D presentation that you can produce. Is it more tailored towards one sector or another? I can imagine it's quite useful for sort of the engineering and resources sector to sort of see products that you might not otherwise get up and close with.
Yeah, there's quite a broad application for it, but we know we have to start somewhere. So the reason we've focused on durable manufacturing as our first market, our beachhead, because they have CAD files that already exist, or most products have CAD files associated with them, and they can bring those 3D files into Jig very easily, and they have a need to present their complex, expensive technical products to their customers and to their market. So it is a really good fit for us to be there. But the application of jigs and 3D presentations is incredibly broad. So you look at PowerPoint and how it's used now, it's for business presentations, but it's also for your kid's birthday party. You have a slideshow of photos, and for a minister in a church, they're doing their sermons with a PowerPoint presentation. So there is this really broad range, and Canva has the same kind of broad application. But we're starting in durable manufacturing, and then we have users across the entire gamut of ways they want to share knowledge, and we're focusing just in that first part there, but we can expand naturally.
I do love it. It does bring to life a presentation, which I'm sure there's a lot of fatigue of a flat screen presentation, particularly after last year. What are the future plans for the platform? Obviously, you just said, the durables is the sort of space you're playing with, but are there any new technologies or things that you're going to bring along into the Jigspace platform?
The goal for us is to have jigs everywhere. So we want the user to be able to ask those questions of the world around them and have that information right there. So a great example of that at the moment is our partnership with Snap. So that happened last month, and that was a great way for us to take Jig outside of our own ecosystem and put it into the places where people are. And there's a real movement happening right now in spatial technology and AR and VR, where we're starting to see some significant rounds coming together for things like VR Chat and Rec Room. And it's this moment where the utility and the value of spatial is starting to become apparent, and the companies that are doing the right thing are making that ground, and we're definitely one of them. And especially when Snap is starting to move their platform into that utility space, going beyond face filters. We launched this lens with them, and we had over 100,000 uses of this lens in the first few days of it going live. So there is this appetite for it. So we're putting our platform out where those people are. And it's the beauty of something like Snap is that no one thinks about it as an AR or a 3D platform. They think about it in what they want to do. So that's a perfect expression for us. And we're starting to give our users those tools so they can share it in a broader way, and they can start to integrate it with their products more.
Well, Zach, we're certainly looking forward to the integration where we can get off the flat presentations into the 3D world. Thank you so much for joining us here on Startup Daily.
All right, thank you.